Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live here on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com here with opening night of the 2021 Indiana High School baseball season here for your Wapahani Raiders. As we welcome you in here from Pendleton Heights as your 0-0 Wapahani Raiders take on the 1-1 Pendleton Heights Arabians. Again, we appreciate you all for joining us here this evening. Here as always, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. We'll get started here with our Raiders Live pregame show, again presented by Mobile Reboot, a proud sponsor of us here on the WHS Network. Obviously, it's been a while. This long 2-year wait is finally over with, and we're getting back to baseball here on the WHS Network, and it's quite an honor and privilege to be able to bring all of you this ball game here tonight live. It really doesn't happen very often where we can broadcast a baseball or a softball game live, but we have some fantastic people around us that allow us to be able to do this, and so we are very, very appreciative for that, no doubt about that. But this team, again, it's going to be a little bit of a different look with everything as far as, since it's been 2 years, this team will look a little bit different, but still the familiar faces with the Gavin Nobles and the Luke Willman, the Gage Gadberry, Nolan Dudley, Daxton Dudley, Caleb Henderson. Many of these guys are still back out here and ready to go and ready to compete here at this varsity level. And so it's going to be a lot of fun to see how things all really shake out here for your Wapahani Raiders throughout the course of the season. So now we'll go ahead and take a look here at tonight's Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC starting lineup here for your Wapahani Raiders. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 12, that is Gavin Noble. Batting second, the second baseman, number 10, Daxton Dudley. Batting third and catching, number 4, Luke Willman. Batting fifth and pitching, number 19, Gage Gadberry. Also batting fifth and playing first base, number 16, Nolan Dudley. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 18, Gavin Lash. Batting seventh, center fielder, number 7, Caleb Henderson. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 20, Blake Castor. And batting ninth, that's the right fielder, number 3, Landon Thompson. So again, we'll run through it again here. Gavin Noble, shortstop. Daxton Dudley at second. Luke Willman at behind the plate. Gage Gadberry on the mound. Nolan Dudley at first. Gavin Lash at third. Caleb Henderson out in center. Blake Castor in left. And Landon Thompson over in right. There for your Wapahani Raiders. Now we'll take a look at the starting lineup here for the Pendleton Heights Arabians. Starting lineup looks like this. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 5, Caleb Franks. Batting second, the left fielder, number 9, Ryan Graham. Batting third and catching, number 13, Cam Harris. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 15, Mav Mollenkoff. He'll be hitting for the third baseman, number 14, Sam Launer. Also, Sam Connor. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 34, Hunter Eikenberry. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Evan McMillan. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 4, Arturo Casas. Batting eighth and pitching there for the Arabians, number 10, Ricky Howe. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 11, Mitchell Cobb. Again, the Pendleton Heights Arabians coached by Matt Vosberg. Obviously, your Wapahani Raiders are coached by Brian Dudley, assisted by Jason Dudley. Folks, here at this time, we'll step aside for a quick break, and we'll be back here with tonight's first pitch here on the WHS Network.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back again live here on the WHS Network. Again here on YouTube.com. Again, as we welcome you in here with the 2021 baseball season here on tap here this evening to open up the year. Again, your Wapahani Raiders taking on the Pendleton Heights Arabians. So again, very appreciative of everyone for tuning in here tonight. Again, we want to thank Pendleton Heights for allowing us to be here and to broadcast this game here for all of you. A little bit of a, I guess, a somewhat of a different view here for us, with the net and everything. So just kind of bear with us. But again, very appreciative for allowing us to be here this evening and to broadcast this game here for all you fine folks in Raider Nation. Again, as we had already mentioned earlier, we have Gavin Noble here to lead things off here for the Raiders. Again, now a senior. Again, the last time these guys played, quite a few of them, they were sophomores. And obviously with everything that has transpired within the last, year and some change, it kind of took that a little bit away from everyone. But sure is quite the pleasure and honor to be back out here at the field and to broadcast some Wapahani Raider baseball once again. So again, we'll get tonight's game underway. Here is Gavin Noble will step in again on the mound here this evening for Pendleton Heights. Will be Ricky Howe and his battery mate Cam Harris. And tonight's first pitch will be a ball outside. 1-0 to Gavin Noble, again leading it off here this evening for Wapahani to open up the season. Again, the Raiders will be back at it again tomorrow afternoon at Muncie Central, as he will watch that one outside again. Now 2-0 the count here on Noble. Hal will get his signs here, and the 2-0 offering will be in there for a strike. Now 2-1. Again, Hal gets locked in there with Harris. And the 2-1 pitch, it's going to be a fly ball into center field. The center fielder will drop back there and make the catch for the first down of the inning. So with one out and nobody on here in the first inning, that will bring to the plate second baseman number 10, Daxton Dudley. So again, Hal gets the signs here and the pitch, and that's going to be called a strike there off of the swing there from Dudley, saying that he went there on the pitch. So 0-1 to open up here for Daxton. Again, playing second base here this evening rather. And that's going to be lined into right center field, and that's going to fall in there for a base hit, and that will get the Raiders their first base runner here of the evening. So a leadoff, or a one-out base runner rather here, and that's going to send to the plate the catcher number 4, Luke Willman. Again, Willman, now a junior, came in and I'll tell you what, really wreaked some havoc a couple years ago. It's nice to see him back out here again, as that one's going to be low for a ball. 1-0 to begin things here on Willman. So again, we have Dudley over there at first, Daxton Dudley. One away here in the top of the first inning. That's going to be low. Now 2-0 the count here on Willman. Hal again glances over there at first, gets his signs, and the 2-0 offering be swung on and missed for strike one. Again, the middle infielders there playing in double play depth with one away here in the top of the first inning. Howell comes to the set, and the pitch will be fouled back and out of play. And that will even things up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, we're following Willman here. We'll have the pitcher, Gage Gadberry. Big man towing the rubber here this evening for Wapahani. Howell with a 2-2 pitch. And now it's going to be strike 3 looking as Dudley will take second base. So now 2 out here in the inning, but Dudley now out there in scoring position. After the backward K there from Willman, with 2 away, we have the pitcher, number 19, Gage Gadberry, now at the plate. So got to be able to hit with runners in scoring position, especially with 2 out. Try to extend the inning here. Obviously, Howell looking for a better solution here, trying to get out of the inning with nothing crossing the plate. So 0-1 here on Gadberry. Getting the second baseman covering second base out there, trying to keep Dudley close. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be just a bit inside there now to even the count up here at a ball and a strike. Getting Gadberry, the 4-hole hitter for Wapahani. Following him, Nolan Dudley, playing first base here this evening. Going to get the whole right side of the infield open right now. The pitch here from Howell will be outside for a ball, now 2-1. So again, Dudley here with a pretty nice lead out there at second. 2 ball, 1 strike count here on Dudley, or here on Gadberry rather. And the pitch from Howell be just a bit high. And that will now run the count here to 3-1. So pretty good action pitch right here, I would imagine. Really don't want to walk him, but you don't want to necessarily leave anything right over the plate. And that's going to be in there for strike 2. Nice pitch there from Ricky Howell. So that will now run the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out again with Dudley out there in scoring position at second base. And the payoff pitch will be a ball high, and Gadberry will go ahead and take a trip on down there to first base. And again, we have runners now at first and second. Nolan Dudley will now stand in here for the Raiders. We'll have a courtesy runner down at first base. That's going to be number 15, Isaac Andrews.
Pitch running up first base, wearing number 15, Isaac Andrews.
So again, first and second, 2 away here in the top of the first. Dudley now stands in. Again, Howell trying to wiggle out of some trouble here in the first. Again, Howell will get his signs and collect himself, and the pitch here to Dudley will be just a bit outside for a 1-0 count. And you have Daxton again there with a pretty nice lead over there at second. Gadberry again over there at first base after the 2-out walk. Andrews running there for him. So again, 1 ball, no strike here on Nolan Dudley. And the pitch will be a little grounder to the shortstop. It's going to be a tough play. Throws on the first. Nice scoop there from the first baseman. And that will end the inning. So the Raiders get a couple of base runners. Again, a 1-out base hit there from Daxton Dudley. Nothing to show for it There, unfortunately, here as the Raiders get no runs here on one hit, also no errors, and 2 left on. As we'll head to the bottom half of the first inning here from Pendleton, 0-0 right here on the WHS Network. All righty, folks, welcome back again live here on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com, again with our Next Home Elite Real Estate between the inning break. Again here with Wapahani and Pendleton Heights tied up here at 0s. We'll head to the bottom half of the first inning. Again, we have your Jones Auto Body defensive alignment here this evening for your Wapahani Raiders. Again, out in left field is number 20, Blake Castor. Again, here in center, number 7, Caleb Henderson. Over in right, Landon Thompson. Then around the horn here, we have Gavin Lash at third, Gavin Noble at shortstop, Daxton Dudley at second, Nolan Dudley at first. And then we have Gage Gadberry on the mound and Luke Willman behind the plate, as that will be in there for a ball, 1-0 the count. Here on Caleb Franks, the leadoff man here for Pendleton Heights. So in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Franks. It's a ball high and in. Now 2-1. Following him will be left fielder Ryan Graham. Swung on and missed for strike 2 to even things up here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here on the leadoff hitter for Pendleton Heights. Gadberry looks in there to Willman. Rocks back, and here's a 2-2 offering. And that is strike 3 looking for out number 1 of the inning. So a great start there for Gadberry. Getting the leadoff man there, as we'll have the left fielder, number 9, Ryan Graham, now to plate. So again, the outfield playing a little bit in. And a ground ball there to the third baseman. Lash collects, throws on a first, and that will get him by a step or so. So a quick 5-3 put out there for out number 2 of the inning.
And out to bat, your catcher wearing number 13.
And so now that will bring to the plate the catcher number 13, Cam Harris, with 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. So Gadberry trying to collect a nice little easy inning here. We'll see if Harris has anything to do with that, as that will be in there for strike 0-1. The windup and the pitch here from Gadberry, dropping that one right on in there for strike 2. So 0-2 here on the catcher, Cam Harris. Already 2 away here in the inning. And here's the 0-2 offering from Gadberry, just a bit outside. And so now the count 1-2. The pitch here from Gadberry will be a fly ball in the right field. Thompson heading back and gets turned around. That's going to land over his head. So he will get that ball back in there. And so a nice piece of hitting right there from Cam Harris with 2 strikes on him. takes it the other way.
Designated hitter wearing number
And that'll be the first hit of the evening here for Pendleton Heights. So again, with the runner now at second base, we'll have a courtesy runner, number 12, Keegan McClure. And so now number 15, Mollenkopf will now stand in, a designated hitter here for the Arabians. Got a man in scoring position, still 2 away here in the inning. And that will drop in there for a strike, 0-1. Again, the shortstop, Noble, trying to keep the runner close to second. Gets back to his position, and now it's going to be lined into center field. And that's going to take a bad hop, and we might have a little play at the plate here, and Dudley will cut that one off. And so a little two-out magic here for Pendleton Heights as they get a run-scoring single right there for Mollenkopf.
Out to bat, your right fielder wearing number 34, Hunter Eikenberry.
And so Hunter Eikenberry, the right fielder, will now stand in. Again, still here with 2 away in the inning. Again, Gage was able to get 2 very quick outs. And then Harris, with a nice 2-strike approach, was able to put it over the right fielder's head, Landon Thompson, and then just a nice little line drive shot there in the center field. Getting there by Mollenkopf to get the Arabians on the board, 1-0 lead. Swung on and missed for a strike. Now to even the count up here to ball and a strike. So Gadberry will collect, and the pitch. Ball low in the dirt. Runner will take off for second, and that's going to be not in the nick of time there by Willman. So again, McClure scored there on that base hit, and now Mollenkopf again taking second base out there. That's going to be another ball, so now 3-1 the count here on Eikenberry. Gadberry here with a 3-1 pitch. That's going to be low and away. And that will now draw another walk. Here is Eikenberry, heads to first base. Again, runners at first and second. Still 2 away here in the inning. So Gadberry, again, just got to clear your head a little bit. I'm sure there's some nerves involved, but just got to put that back here and try to get this final out of the inning. Like I said, started off so well. Just the last few batters here just kind of got away from him. And so 0-1 here on Evan McMillan. Second baseman here for the Arabians. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be in there. Strike. 0-2. So again, the Arabians have him at first and second, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Outside there for a ball, to now again run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here on McMillan. Gadberry comes to the set. Here's the pitch. And a fly ball there in the right field, tailing towards the line, and Thompson will make the catch to end the inning. Well done there by Landon Thompson, but the Arabians get on the board here for the first run here of the evening. 1 run here on 2 hits, also no errors, and 2 left on. We'll head now to the top of the second with the Arabians leading your Raiders 1-0 here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, welcome back here, folks. Again, live here on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. Again, very appreciative of everyone for joining us here this evening for this opening night of the 2021 baseball season for your Wapahani Raiders. Again, we would like to thank some of our sponsors here this evening. Big thanks there to Kenshaw Properties, owned by Kendra and Shane Franks. Kenshaw Properties is a Muncie-based company that offers Ball State area rental homes. For more information, check out their website at kenshawproperties.com. Again, that is KENSHA properties.com. You can contact them at 765-356-1340. So we'll head to the top of the second inning again with the Raiders down 1-0. We'll start off here with the third baseman, number 18, Gavin Lash. Hal here with a pitch, and that's going to be fouled off there at home plate. So 0-1 here on Lash. Following him will be center fielder Caleb Henderson, and then left fielder Blake Castor. We got 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the order here to begin this second inning. A ball high. We'll even the count up here at 1 ball and 1 strike. Right on in there, painting that outside corner. So 1-2 the count here on Lash. Got to protect with 2 strikes. Let's see if Lash is able to do so. Here's a pitch from Howell. That's going to be low in the dirt. And once again, that will even the count up here at 2-2. Again, Lash playing third base here this evening. You know, you're going to have a little bit of a different look at times depending upon who's pitching and things of that sort throughout the course of the season. I don't think necessarily anything is set in stone per se. But I believe we might have maybe Gavin Noble pitching either tomorrow or on Monday night there against Greenfield Central. Not exactly 100% sure about how everything's going to pan out as far as a starting rotation, if you will, as far as exact order. But we do have quite a few games here within the next week or so as Lash, with a fantastic at-bat right there, really worked the count and to his favor and was able to pick up a walk to lead off this top of the second inning.
Number 7, the center fielder, Caleb Henderson.
Especially after getting down 1-2 in the count. It's a job well done there by Lash to begin the inning. Here's we'll have the center fielder, number 7, Caleb Henderson, out the plate. Again, Lash does have some wheels. Nice bunt there from Henderson. And that's going to be in the dirt as Henderson and the first baseman will collide. Lash will go ahead and take third. And so a job well done there by all avenues. Henderson putting down a pretty good bunt right there in between third base and the pitcher's mound. And then, as I said, he had a little brief collision there on there with Henderson there in the first baseman. Looks like both young men will be all right.
Now to bat for the left fielder, number 20, Blake Castor.
So again, Lash here at third. You have Henderson down there at first. Again, that's going to be an error there on that third baseman. They're on the throw. It would have definitely been close, but I think would have had him had the throw been right on the money. As Castor will swing through that one, 0-1 the count here on the Raiders left fielder. But still a very productive at bat nonetheless. There for Henderson as he's off over there at first. Howell will get his signs there from Harris. And the pitch will be laced there in the left field there by Castor. That's going to score 1 as Henderson will move up to second and look at Blake Castor with a nice piece of hitting right there and still nobody out here in the inning. So the Raiders get on the board for the first time of this 2021 season.
Up to bat number 3, the right.
And now the right fielder, number 3, Landon Thompson, will stand in at home plate. Again with Henderson at second, Castor at first, and we'll have a brief meeting of the minds. And while we have that, again, we'll take a look here at some more of our sponsors here this evening. A big thanks to Next Home Elite Real Estate. Their primary focus is to enrich lives by helping people find their next home. As one of Delaware County's premier realtors, Austin Rich provides consumer-focused branding, the newest technology, and a market plan that provides superior service to all of his clients without compromise. For all of your real estate needs, contact Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-749-4546. And so with the mound meeting over with, again, the setting is as such. First and second, nobody out here in the top of the second. We have Landon Thompson at the plate. And the pitch here from Howe, as Thompson will bunt that one foul, as it's now 0-1. Again, Thompson, the 9-hitter in the order, so following him, we'll be right back to the top there with Gavin Noble. Howe taking a long look in there, glances back at second, now comes to the set here, and pickoff move back to second as that will hit Henderson. Go in the right field off the ricochet, and so that moves everyone up a base. So that really didn't pan out very well at all there for Howe. So again, a error on the pitcher there on the pickoff. Allowed runners to move up one base. And a pitch here. That's going to be a ball high and in here on Thompson. So again, Landon's got a great opportunity to cash in here. Got a couple of Raiders out there in scoring position at second and third. Again, still nobody out here in the inning. Hill will rock back in the pitch, and that's going to be fouled off. Back to the backstop now, 1-2 the count here on Thompson. So again, Howe just trying to find his footing again here. He really didn't have too much trouble there in the first inning. Second inning, had Lash down 1-2, and then he ended up working a walk, and things have just kind of spiraled there from the get-go after that. But still have a good possibility to get out of this inning with not a whole lot crossing the plate. We'll see what happens here. But first and foremost, Thompson here for Wapahani looking to put another crooked number up on the board here for the Raiders with a great opportunity. And that's going to be down the left field line and foul. And so again, the count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here on the Raiders' right fielder, Landon Thompson. Howell again will come to the set, and a 2-2 pitch will be swung on and missed, strike 3. And so that will be the first down of the inning. And back to the top of the order. Here with a shortstop, number 12, Gavin Noble. Noble again 0 for 1 so far here on the night. Flew out to the center fielder back there in the first inning. And time called here by the batter. Again, just like I was saying about Thompson there, great opportunity to pick up a couple of ribeyes. With Castor at second, Henderson here at third. Now 1 away here in the inning. The pitch from Howe will be swung on and missed here by Noble, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Skips that one there into the dirt, but catcher didn't allow that one to get obviously very far. So that evens things up here. 1 ball, 1 strike. here on the Raiders shortstop, followed by Daxton Dudley. Again, he's waiting patiently there in the on-deck circle. As Noah will step back into the batter's box. Again, Howell will take a look in there to his catcher, Harris, for some signs. Sees what he likes here and will come to the set. And the 1-1 pitch will be in there for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Pretty well executed pitch there from Howell. And so we'll see if Noble can protect right here and find some open real estate out there. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be strike 3 looking. And so Howell has really bounced back here after a couple runners on with nobody out. He's in a good position to get out of this inning here, but hopefully Daxton Dudley will have something to say about that. With 2 away here, we'll step in. He had a base hit back there in the first inning. Was left stranded at second after the stolen base. So the pitch here from Howell will be outside for a ball, 1-0. You really got to make good of these opportunities. You don't know how many times you'll have opportunities to tack on some runs here. Especially in a early part of the game like this. You got to jump on your opponent early. And right now the Raiders in a not such a good place right here, but we'll see if Daxton can change that. 1-1 the count. Again, Castor with a sizable lead out there at second, nearly halfway to third. And that's going to be a fly ball there in the right field, and the right fielder will be there to make the catch for the third and final out of the inning. But the Raiders do get on the board. They have a nice little hit there from Blake Castor there in the left field that scored Gavin Lash. So the Raiders again get 1 run here on 1 hit, also 2 errors here in the inning, and will leave 2 runners on base. So again, it's 1-1 here after a inning and a half here from Bill Stoutfield. Again, we'll step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back here with more here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here to Raider Baseball here on the WHS Network. Again, here with our next to only real estate inning break. Again, with the Raiders and the Arabians tied here at 1 as we again head into the top of the second inning, or bottom of the second inning, rather. We'll start off here with the first baseman, number 4, Arturo Casas. Again, Gadberry back on the mound here, had a very easy first 2 batters of the inning, and then things started heading south there a little bit for him, but was able to get it back under control and be able to finish off the inning to get out of it there with no other runs crossing the plate there in the first. So 1-0 the count now, and make that 2-0 is getting the arm just kind of lagging a little bit behind there for Gadberry, flying open a little bit, and that pitch sailing outside. Nice pitch that time around. That one's going to be fouled off and out of play. So now 2-1 the count. Gadberry here with the wind-up and the pitch. Just a bit high and away. to run the count here to 3 balls and 1 strike. Here on the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second. Swung on and missed. And so now that will run the count to 4. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see what Gadberry has in the arsenal here that he's going to throw with there, and that's going to be a heater for strike 3 to get the first out of the inning. So nice job coming back after being down 3-1 in the count.
Wearing number 10, Ricky.
And so now we'll have the pitcher, number 10, Ricky Howell, standing in here with 1 away here in the bottom of the second. The pitch from Gadberry will be in the dirt, and we'll start it here at 1-0. Again, as I mentioned earlier, the Raiders will be back at it again tomorrow afternoon, as they will be traveling to Muncie Central for a 12 o'clock start time there for that first pitch from Bearcat Field. And then again here on Monday, they will be at home for the home opener of the 2021 season, as they will be taking on Greenfield Central. And that will be, I believe, a 5 or 5:30 start time there on Monday evening. And there for a called strike. So now 3-1 the count here on Ricky Howell. Gadberry here with the windup and a 3-1 pitch. Chopped back up through the middle part of the infield. Nice hustle there from Dudley and Noble, but nothing will come of that, as that will be a 1-out single here from Ricky Howell. And so he's down at first, and now the number 9 hitter in the order will have the center fielder, number 11, Mitchell Cobb. As we'll have a courtesy runner now down at first. That will be number 3.
Pitch running for your Arabians, number 3, Jake Aragot.
And so Cobb again will stand in now with 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Gadberry again glances over at first. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be fouled off to the right side. That's going to head out of play for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike here on Cobb, and a pickoff move back to first. And Aragot will be back in there safely. So no balls, 1 strike. Again, the third baseman Lash playing even with the bag at third. Dudley holding them on over there at first base, as that one's going to be low. Oh, I called that a strike. All right, so 0-2 the count. Get another glance over there at first from Gadberry. Here's the pitch. Little pitch out, and skips it in there to second. He's going to be in there safely. So unfortunate there for Willman. Couldn't quite get that throw up just enough. Kind of slowed the ball down a little bit. Close play nonetheless, but again, Aragot will get in there safely there with a stolen base. So good, now he's in scoring position with 1 away. And a 1-2 pitch. There'll be another one low and away. Down there in the dirt, so now to even the count here at 2-2. Again, following Cobb will be back to the top of the order here for the Arabians. Caleb Franks on deck. And he struck out looking back there in the first inning. Gadberry will come to the set. And the 2-2 offering will be low. And so Cobb has now worked at full after being down 0-2 to begin it. The at-bat. And Jake Ehrgott out there at second base. And the payoff pitch will be a fly ball into center field. Henderson on the run will make the diving catch. Laying out for that one, full extension there by Henderson. What a play that was for the second out of the inning.
Out to bat, your leadoff worry number 5.
And so now back to the top of the order here for Pendleton Heights. And that's going to be Caleb Franks. Again, 0 for 1 so far here on the evening. Struck out looking to end the first. As that will be low and away. Call the ball here on Franks to begin the at-bat. So Gage trying to find a way to slam the door shut here in the bottom half of the second to keep this game tied at 1. But not a good start here in this at-bat. Here is Franks. Works it here to a favorable hitters count of 2-0. And that's going to be chopped up there to the middle. Noble will get to it. Fires on the first. And a nice pick right there by Nolan Dudley will end the inning. So a fantastic job there by Gage Gadbury. Again, slammed the door shut there on the inning. Got the runner at second with only 1 away. And nothing crosses the plate. And that will keep us tied here at the end of 2 innings. Again, here's Arabians get no runs here on 1 hit. Also no errors. And 1 left on. We'll head to the top of the third here on the WHS Network. Here as we are tied at 1. We'll be back with more right after this message. Welcome back here, folks, to the WHS Network. Again, glad to have you all with us here this evening as we begin this top of the third inning. Go again here from Bill Stoutfield and Pendleton. Very appreciative of them for giving us a nice seat in the house here this evening. We're able to broadcast here for all you fine folks out there in Raider Nation. Again here with the first broadcast of the season, and what has seemed like forever ago. But it's nice to be back out here again and watching some baseball, having some fans in the stands and all throughout, be able to watch their kids. And just like I said, it's just nice to be back out at the baseball field again. So 2-0 to begin things here on the catcher, Luke Willman. Again, Willman 0 for 1 here on the night as that one skips there to the plate. Now 3-0. But again, Willman struck out looking back there in the first inning. In a very favorable count right now of 3-0. Again, we have 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up here in this top of the third inning. And that will be there on the inside part of the plate, as that will be in there for a strike. Now 3-1. The pitch here from Howe will be swung on and missed. So full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Howe will come to the set, and the payoff pitch will hit Willman. And so he will go ahead and make his way on down there to first base on the hit by pitch.
Now to bat number 19.
And so now the pitcher, number 19, Gage Gadberry, will step into the batter's box. Again, Gage walked in the first inning, was left stranded there at first. As again, the Raiders have something in brewing to begin this third inning. There's the pitch from Howe, and right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. So again, here you have the middle infielder, second and shortstop. They're in double play depth. And a pick off their back there to first there from the catcher as Willman will get back in there safely. So 0-2 the count here on Gadberry. The pitch down the third base line, and that's going to get by the third baseman into left field. Willman will stop at second. And so a nice hit there from Gadberry. And the Raiders now have the first 2 runners on to begin the top of the third.
Number 16, the first baseman, Nolan Dudley.
Willman at second, Gadberry at first. And now the first baseman, number 16, Nolan Dudley, at the plate here for the Raiders. 0-for-1 on the evening. Grounded out to the shortstop in the first inning. You got Isaac Andrews again over there at first base as the courtesy runner here for the Raiders. And that's going to be a shot in the left center field. That's going to go all the way and out of here. Hit the scoreboard right there by Nolan Dudley, and that's going to be a 3-run jack. An absolute missile got out of here in a hurry there by Nolan Dudley. So the home run right there, again, like I said, tacks on 3 runs. And the Raiders now lead it 4-1. So a nice piece of hitting right there. Again, you had Willman there with the hit by pitch, the single by Gadberry, and then the 3-run dinger there from Nolan Dudley. Puts the Raiders ahead here by 3 of them, now with Gavin Lash at the plate. And the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike, 0-1. The pitch here from Howe. Drops another one right on in there for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes here on the third baseman, Gavin Lash. And that was dangerously close right there.
How many hits do you have for Wapahani? 4.
And that one's going to be fouled back there to the backstop. And so the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Howell again will come to the set, and the 1-2 pitch will be a ball up and out of the zone. So an even 2 ball, 2 strike count. And the 2-2 offering will be low and away. And so another great at bat worked out here for Gavin Lash. Was in the hole 0-2. Just about much like his first plate appearance there in the second inning when he drew a walk and later on scored. And that's going to be called strike 3 that time, so an unfortunate result, but still Good job to get that in a more favorable count, but now that's one out here in the inning.
Wearing number 7, Caleb Henderson.
And we'll have the center fielder, number 7, Caleb Henderson, now at the plate, but not before a pitching or a mound visit here for the Arabians and a pitching change overall. So I'll have a new pitcher here for Pendleton Heights, again with the Raiders ahead 4-1 here in the top of the third inning. We'll step aside for a break during this pitching change, and we'll be back with more right after these messages.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back here to Raider Baseball. Again, had the pitching change just a moment ago. We'll get to that here in a second, as that one's going to be in there for a called strike here on Caleb Henderson. 0-1 to begin things. So we got Hunter Eikenberry now on the mound here for the Arabians. Out in right field is Jake Eargott. As that's going to be a fly ball there in the right center field. The center fielder gets over there and will make the catch for out number 2 of the inning. So again, that's what the defensive change was, and then the pitching change. So again, Eikenberry now on the mound. And now the left fielder, number 20, Blake Castor, will stand in at home plate. 1-for-1 here on the evening. Nice curveball right there from Eikenberry. But they're saying that was not worthy enough there for a strike. So 1-0 here on Castor. And a little jam shot there to the left side. A close play at first. And Castor will motor on through there as he is safe at first base. A nice play there by the shortstop, but Castor, showcasing the wheels, was able to get a infield single right there. Second hit of the day now, 2 for 2 there for Castor. And now the right fielder, number 3, Landon Thompson, at the plate. Ball low here on Thompson. 1 ball, no strikes. And Thompson struck out swinging and back there in the second inning. And a pickoff back over to first. Castor easily back in there safely. And a chopper there to the shortstop. Collects, throws on the second for a 6-4 put out to end the inning. But hey, the Raiders got 3 runs on the board here in the top of the third inning after a 3-run homer from Nolan Dudley. First home run and first RBIs of the year there for Nolan. So the Raiders lead at 4-1 here at the end of 2.5 innings. We'll step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back with more here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Welcome back here, folks, again to the next Home Elite Real Estate inning break. As your Raiders lead it 4-1 here at the end of the top of the third inning. Again, the Raiders struck there for 3 here in the top half. Off the 3-run homer there from Nolan Dudley. And so we begin again here in the bottom of the third inning, as that will be in there for a called strike, 0-1. Here for Pendleton Heights, we have left fielder number 9, Ryan Graham, at the plate. 0-1 here on the night. Grounded out to the third baseman in the first inning. So bunt that one foul, now 0-2. Gadberry takes a look inside there to Willman. And the 0-2 pitch just misses there for a ball. And it's now 1-2. And a pitch just a bit inside there. Now even things up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Graham. Followed by will be Cam Harris, the catcher here for the Arabians. And dropped that one right in the bucket, but didn't quite get the call. And so now Graham has worked the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, 2, 3, 4 in the lineup here for Pendleton Heights. And so Graham again will now make his way on down to first base. Or maybe not. So the count will remain here at 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Graham. So Graham will step back in there. Gadberry here with a windup and a payoff pitch. And that's going to be right back up the middle for a leadoff single here by Ryan Graham. And so one way or another, he was going to find his way on down there to first. So leadoff single there is we'll have the catcher number 13, Cam Harris, at the plate.
Now up your catcher number
Harris,
13,
1 for 1 here on the evening. had a double back in the first inning, then later scored off the RBI single from Mollenkopf, as he will take off and be in there safely at second as Graham. So a stolen base right there. 1-0 the count now here on Harris. Again, nobody out here in the bottom of the third. And a 1-0 offering in there for a called strike. Evens things up here at 1-1. Not quite sure how long the Raiders will go with Gadberry here this evening. I'm sure they won't have him go with a crazy amount of pitches. Thrown on down to third, and Graham is dead left to right on that one. So a very nice throw right there from Willman, showing off the cannon, and nabs him down there at third for the first down of the inning. So that erases the base runner. Harris here again with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Here's the pitch. Just misses inside. And so the count runs to 3-1. Gadberry got to get locked in right here. And chopped there to the third base side. Lash waits back, makes the throw, and just off the extended arm and glove there of Nolan Dudley. So Harris will make it to first safely after the throwing error there by Lash. Did everything right again, waited right there for the hop, made a nice play, got his feet set for underneath him, and I don't know if he just I don't know if he might have lost some handling there of the baseball or what, but just kind of sailed on him there a little bit. Nonetheless, the Arabians have a runner on at first with one away. And we've got Mollenkopf here at the plate. And that will be a ball away, 1-0. Again, had a RBI single there in the first inning that scored Harris. Gadberry with a pitch. Just misses on the outside part of the plate. And so it will be 2 balls and no strikes here to Mollenkopf, with Hunter Eikenberry waiting patiently on deck. Again, you got Noble and Dudley there in the middle infield, looking to roll up a double play right here, but Gadberry having a little bit of a rough go here in this at bat, trying to find that strike zone. So 3-0 the count. And that one will be in there for a strike. So let's see if Gage can come all the way back here in this at bat. Mollenkopf, pretty nice looking hitter here. Like I said, already 1 for 1, had an RBI single. And Gadberry will step off the rubber. Again, there is number 12, Keegan McClure. Got the courtesy runner over there at first base. Will take off for second. And no throw right there because that was ball 4. So a couple runners on now. And what this inning would really look like even more so had Graham not been caught stealing right there. They would have had the bases loaded here at this point. But nonetheless, we'll have a meeting here of the minds. We have head coach Brian Dudley out there to talk to his pitcher and the infielders. So again, while they do that, again, we'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. Big thanks to Kara J. Wolf, DDS PC, located at 3915 Wheeling Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Make your appointment now to receive great care and leave with a pristine, beautiful smile. You can contact them at 765-288-1560. And their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So again, a special thanks there to Kara J. Wolf, DDS PC. And so back to baseball as, again, the Arabians have them at first and second with 1 away here in the bottom of the third. Eikenberry now at the plate. And that will be a ball on the outside part of the plate. 1-0. Eikenberry drew a walk in the first. Then was left stranded there. Swung on and missed. And that will now even the count up here at 1-1. So again, you have McClure out at second. One ball and two strikes. Here on Eikenberry. Again, Noble and Daxton Dudley trying to keep that runner as close to second as possible, as that one's fouled over to the third base side. That's going to get out of play. And so the count will stay put here at 1-2. Again, really a pretty nice evening here for some baseball. Obviously not quite the temperature we was really hoping for, but it still is in the early part of April. But nice, beautiful sunshine here on this evening. Got a 4-1 score as that one's going to be fouled off, back and out of play again, as we'll redo it here again at 1-2. I know tomorrow could be a little bit of a different story here for us. I think temperature's supposed to get back up into the low to mid 60s, which is much different than what it was yesterday and even today. Here's the pitch, and outside, and a little bit up there, obviously. Now evens the count at 2-2. But I know, again, we're really looking forward to getting back at it again here tomorrow here on the broadcast. Then Monday there as well, as Eikenberry will strike out swing, and that was a big out right there by the strikeout from Gadberry. So 2 out now in the inning. Then again, that's now the third strikeout here of the ball game for Gage. So Evan McMillan at the plate. Again, runners still at first and second. And that pitch just a little bit inside. So McMillan, I would imagine, a little uncomfortable after a pitch like that so far inside. We'll see if he can make good of the situation that he's in. Out of a half swing right there, strike. 1-1. Pitch here from Gadberry. That'll be nice, nicely blocked there by Willman. Always has done a pretty good job there behind the plate. Again, like I said, it's been a while since we've seen him, but done a pretty good job of it here so far. Again, had that caught stealing earlier there from Graham here in the inning. And that's going to be laced into right center field. That's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. 1 run will score. Mollenkopf coming around third, and now he will score. Play at third, and he's going to be safe. So McMillan there with a bases clearing triple. We'll tack 2 runs on the board here for Pendleton Heights. Again, I did forget to put that second out up there earlier. I do apologize about that, but still nonetheless, 4-3 after the 2 RBI triple there for McMillan. So Casas will now stand in. Still 2 away, but this game got a whole lot closer, as that will be swung on and missed now 0-1. So again, McClure and Mollenkopf both scored on the play. Called strike 2. So 0-2 here on Casas. The pitch. It's going to get by Willman, but not far enough, as McMillan will stay put there at third base. And so the count here, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. I got a man on down there at third. Gadberry trying to find a way to get out of this inning. Obviously already 2 runs have scored. You don't want this to be tied up here, and that is strike 3. Pull the chainsaw, and that's going to end the inning. So again, the Arabians get a couple of runs here in the inning. Tough break there for Gadberry, but solid job there by the Arabians. It's now 4-3 here as Pendleton Heights again gets 2 runs here on 2 hits. Also an error and 1 left on. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Wapahani 4, Pendleton Heights 3. We'll be back with more here on the WHS Network. All righty, folks, welcome back here live on the WHS Network here as we begin this top of the 4th inning. Gavin Noble will lead us off here in this 4th, as that will be in there for a ball, 1-0. Gavin so far 0 for 2 here on the night. Flew out to the center fielder back in the 1st inning and then struck out looking in the 2nd. And that's going to be a ball high now, 2-0 the count. The pitch here to Noble will be laced right back up the middle and into center field. So a nice piece of hitting right there from Noble as he will reach first on a leadoff single here to begin the 4th. Again, here right with the top of the lineup up, that's a nice way to start this inning. So I'll have the second baseman, number 10, Daxton Dudley, now at the plate. Daxton so far 1 for 2 on the night, singled in the 1st, and flew out to the right fielder in the 2nd inning. And a pickoff back over first as Noble is in there safely. Again, following Dudley will be Luke Willman. Eichenberry will get what he likes here, and the pitch to Dudley. Again, showing bunt right there, but brought the bat back in time, 1-0. And another pickoff move back to first. So nothing there. So again, still 1 ball, no strikes here on Daxton Dudley. Again, you have Noble over there at first with nobody out here in the top of the 4th. The pitch will be in foul territory down the right field line, and that will now be caught. So now that will even things up here at a ball and a strike. Got plenty of room there in foul territory. Nice hustle by both the right fielder and the first baseman. Just couldn't quite get to it here. So gives Dudley here some new life. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eikenberry will come to the set here as the third baseman comes in onto the grass, expecting a bunt. And nothing there. That's going to get by the catcher. Noble will go ahead and make his way on to third, and now throws it into left field. We might have a play at the plate here, and Noble is going to score. So how about that? Noble just using what the good Lord gave him right there, and that is some wheels, was able to motor in there to second and then around there to third. Then the air on the throw. That was just a bad way all around there for the Arabians, unfortunately, though, for those guys. And so while that's going on, so again here it's still going to be 2 balls and 1 strike here on Dudley. As we'll recognize some more of our sponsors here tonight. Again, a big thanks there to Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership, owned by Randy Stoops and located at 4055 West Clare Lane in Muncie, Indiana. Stoops has a wide variety of brand new and pre-owned vehicles of quality brand names. So if you have an interest in a vehicle or would like to know more information about one, contact Stoops at 765-288-1903 and visit their online website at stoopsauto.com. Again, their hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m., 5:30 p.m., and they're also open Saturday from 8 to 4. So again, a special thanks here to Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership. Stoops is driven to be the best. And speaking of which, the Raiders are driven to be the best as of right now, leading 5-3 after a unfortunate set of circumstances there for the Arabians just a moment ago. Into right field, and Daxton Dudley coming up with a big hit. And so he keeps on keeping on so far. So 2 for 3 now in the evening here for Daxton Dudley. And now the catcher, number 4, Luke Willman, will stand in at the plate. Willman so far 0 for 1. Struck out looking back in the first, and then was hit by a pitch and later scored in the third. So 0-1 the count here on Willman. Again, you have Daxton over there at first. Middle infield there, again, still playing a little bit of double play depth. So that's going to be just a bit outside there to even the count up here at 1-1. And as I've already said, Willman looking to get his first hit of the year. 0 for 1 so far. Been on base 1 out of 2 times. Here's the pitch. It's going to be in the dirt. Nice snag right there by the catcher, Harris. The 2-1 pitch from Eikenberry, and that's going to be a deep drive into left field. That's going to go all the way back and gone. Luke Willman here with a 2-run homer to tack on a couple more runs here for your Raiders as they now lead at 7-3. Boy, oh boy. Big time shot there by Willman. Gets his first hit of the year and in fine fashion right there with a 2-run homer. And so the Raiders now with a couple of home runs here on the day. So Eikenberry and Harris will meet out there at the mound. Gadberry will now be at the plate. Again, here's the Raiders lead it now 7-3. Again, Noble to begin the inning had a leadoff single. And then I ended up scoring after pass ball that allowed him to get to third, and then the throwing error there by the catcher that allowed him to score. As that one will be in the dirt, 1-0 to begin things here on Gadberry. So it's been just a tough inning all the way around here. Still nobody out here in the fourth. Ball high and away. So 2-0 here on Gage Gadberry with Nolan Dudley on deck. Again, Nolan has had a nice day so far, 1 for 2. Had a 3-run homer back there in the third inning. And a count now 3-0. The pitch from Eikenberry will be ball 4 low and in. So a 4-pitch walk there of Gage Gadberry as he's on down at first. And now the first baseman, number 16, Nolan Dudley, at the plate. Again, here's we'll have a courtesy runner there for Gadberry. It's going to be number 15, Isaac Andrews. So again, as I've already alluded to, Dudley bringing a boomstick here today. Had a 3-run homer there in the third inning that really jump-started this Raider offense. As they have again now put a 7 spot up on the board, still here in the top of the 4th inning. Got a long way to go here in this one. And the pitch, and it's going to be fouled off to even a count here at 1-1. So again, you still have Andrews over there at first base. No out here in the 4th. Here's the pitch to Dudley. Will be low and away for ball 2. So it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. And so I don't know. It looks like that the coach might want to come out and have a visit. And if that was the case, then he would have had to have taken out his pitcher, because you're only allowed 2 mound visits an inning. On that second mound visit, that's when you got to make the pitching change. And that's going to be right through the 5 and 6 hole there on the left side there by Dudley. So the Dudleys have really put it together here. The Dudley boys, we'll just go ahead and call them here. Nice one there, Redbeard. But already a couple hits already here for both of them on the day.
For the Raiders, number 18, the third baseman, Gavin Lash.
So now Andrews up at second. Nolan Dudley at first. And we'll have Gavin Lash at the plate. So 0-1 the count here on Lash. Again, Gavin so far 0 for 1 here on the evening. Drew a walk and scored in the second inning, then struck out looking in the third. And the pitch will be a ball low and away. So that will even things up here. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Gavin. You have Caleb Henderson, the center fielder, waiting on deck. As the Raiders again looking to continue to pile on the runs here. They've already scored 3 here in the 4th, 3 in the last 2 innings. As that one's going to be fouled off to the right side out of play. To now run the count here to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Eikenberry taking a long look in there. Finally gets what he likes here, and the 1-2 pitch will be in the dirt. Nice pair of eyes right there by Lash. Again, being patient. Great pitch recognition right there, and not trying to go out of the strike zone. So 2-2 count, runners at first and second, nobody out. And the pitch will be a fly ball there in the right center field. That's going to get down and by the right fielder. Dudley is going to have to turn on the afterburners here. Motoring around third there as Andrews scores. And Gavin Lash will be easily in there safely at third. on a bases clearing triple for Gavin Lash. The Raiders getting it done right now. That is now 5 runs here in the inning to make this a 9-3 lead.
Two up for the Raiders, the center fielder, number 7.
So again, Andrews and Nolan Dudley will score on the play. Caleb Henderson now at the plate here for the Raiders. And that will be dropped on in there for a ball. 1-0 the count. Henderson right now 0 for 2. Reached base on a error by the third baseman in the second inning. Would have been close either way. That's going to be fouled back and out of play. Now 1-1. But also Henderson flew out there to the center fielder back in the third inning. So looking to continue the party here on a hitting display the Raiders have put together. The 1-1 pitch here from Eikenberry will be high and away. So 2-1. Again, we have Lash over at third. And again, still nobody out here in this inning. The pitch through the 5 and 6, and like a nice play right there by the third baseman. Getting over there, again, quick feet, gets to the baseball, makes the play. The run does score, but a job well done to not allow that to get by him there. Caleb Henderson again comes up there with the RBI, and the Raiders will continue to tack on now, leading it 10-3. So a 5-3 put out right there, again with Lash scoring. That will bring to the plate left fielder number 20, Blake Castor. As it is now 0-1. Castor here on the day, 2 for 2. Had a single in the second inning that scored a run there of Lash. And then also had a base hit in the third. And then was left stranded. So Castor will step back in there. Eikenberry again on the rubber. 0-1 the count. Again here with one away here in the inning. And the pitch will just miss the outside part of the plate. High and away. Now 2-1. Swung on and missed right there from Blake. And that will now even the count up here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, I'm not sure if Gadberry will be back out here in the bottom half of the fourth or not. It's been a good while. I'm sure it's probably a little difficult to stay warm. There's Castor strikes out swinging just a moment ago. There for the second out of the inning. So we'll see how things pan out here in the fourth inning. You know, you really don't want to again overexert anyone, especially with it being so chilly out and everything. So we'll see what direction the Raiders go here in this bottom half of the fourth. But still have a little ways to go. 0-1 here on Landon Thompson. Hung on to that one just a little too long now. 1-1. In Landon, 0 for 2 here on the night. Looking for his first hit and might have it right here maybe. And that's going to get over the right fielder's head. Nice piece of hitting there by Thompson as he will motor into second, and he'll slam on the brakes quickly. So fine piece of hitting there to Landon Thompson with a 2-out double. As the Raiders have another base runner in scoring position. Not to mention the fact that is our 6th hit here in the inning.
Back to the top of the lineup, number 12, the shortstop, Gavin.
So back to the top of the order here with the shortstop, number 12, Gavin Noble. He's what started it all. He's got this Raider lineup a moving here in this top of the fourth inning, as that ball will be low in the dirt. So 1-0 the count here on Gavin Noble. And he got Thompson out there at second base. Got some pretty good wheels. Pitch here from Eikenberry will be fouled back to the backstop. And we'll even the count up here at 1-1. So Gavin again 1 for 3 here on the night. Flew out to the center fielder in the first inning, struck out looking in the second, and singled in the fourth, and then later on scored after the pass ball and the throwing error by the catcher, as that will be a ball high, 2-1. Two on offering here from Eikenberry, fouled back right here at us. And evens the count up, 2 balls and 2 strikes here on the Raiders shortstop. Again, following him will be Daxton Dudley. We'll see if we get that far or not. But deuces are wild here, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. And the pitch will be skipped to the plate. Thompson will take off for third, and he will be in there sliding safely. So a nice read there by Landon. Gets him 90 feet closer. So full count. Here's the payoff pitch to Noble. And that's going to be a ball away, and that will be a walk as Noble, again, will make his way on down to first. So it's just been tough here for Eikenberry. You hate that there for the young man. Obviously a good thing here for Wapahani, but it's just been kind of a struggle here in this inning from the get-go. The Raiders have just done an excellent job of executing. Had a couple of times there in that second inning where we could have really, tacked on some runs after getting that first run in the second, but really unfortunately wasn't able to. Had what I believe it was second and third with nobody out. Wasn't able to put any runs up on the board, but then I'll tell you what, these last 2 innings, the third and fourth, has been mighty stout here for the Raiders. Really cashing in some opportunities. Some good timely hitting. Being patient here at the plate, making smart decisions, as that will be in there for a called strike to even the count up here at 1-1. Again, Daxton here on the day, 2 for 3, a pair of singles, and also a run scored. And right back up to the middle, but the pitcher will knock it down, throw on the first, pulls the first baseman off the bag. As a throw in there now to second, as Noble will be back in there safely. So a throwing error will allow the Raiders to get get one more run, as Landon Thompson, scored on the play.
Now do it for the Raiders up, catcher number 4, Luke Wilson.
So the pitch here to Willman will be low. 1-0 the count. Willman so far 1 for 2, 1 for 2 here on the day. Struck out looking in the first. Was hit by a pitch and scored in the third, and then a 2-run shot here in the fourth. As that's going to be another ball high now, 2-0. So you have runners at first and second. Again, Noble out there at second base, Dudley at first. And the pitch away right there, now 3-0. So again, the Raiders had 2 out here in the inning. Again, that double there by Landon Thompson. And then the walk, and then the error on the throw has really come back to really further things here for the Arabians, as that's going to be a 4-pitch walk here to Willman, and that will load the bases, as we will have a pitching change. So again, Noble at third, Daxton Dudley at second, Luke Willman at first, as the Raiders have scored 7 here in the top of the 4th inning to really expand on this lead. Now lead at 11-3 here in the top of the 4th. A pitching change here for the Arabians. We'll step aside during the timeout, and we'll be back with more right after this break. All right, folks, welcome back live here on the WHS Network. So, again, the bases are loaded, 2 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Again, Matt Rourke in the game here for Pendleton Heights. And a ball away now. Evens the count up here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, Gadberry here on the day. Currently 1 for 1. He's had a couple of walks, also a single, and 2 runs scored. As that one's going to be fouled off out of play. And now 1-2. Been a great day so far from the plate. The Raiders have continued to pile on the hits and the runs, especially the last couple innings here. One ball, 2 strike pitch. Way to stay with it there by Gadberry. So the count will remain 1-2. Rourke will get his signs here, and a 1-2 pitch. Fouled back again, out of play, as Gadberry will stay right here with it. Again, obviously nowhere to put him here. You have Noble at third, Daxton Dudley at second, and Luke Willman at first. 2 away here in the inning. The Raiders have scored 7. Let's see if they're able to get on some more, and now it's going to be strike 3 looking right there to end the inning. But, hey, the Raiders, like I just said, tacked on 7 runs here in the 4th inning to give themselves a nice sizable 11-3 lead here at the end of 3.5 innings. We'll go ahead and step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back here at the bottom half of the 4th, again here from Bill Stout Field here in Pendleton. All right, folks, welcome back again here to our next Home Elite Real Estate inning break. 11-3 is your score here as the Raiders have, again, piled on some runs here. 11 runs here on 11 hits. Also, 1 error there for Wapahani. Got that there on the board. Pendleton, 3 runs on 5 hits and 4 errors here for the Arabians. It's been a little bit of some tough luck here throughout the evening so far there for Pendleton Heights. But tell you what, really got it going early. Had a run there in the bottom half of the first inning. But some of the pitching and the defense has kind of faltered a little bit there for the young men.
Second baseman, number 10.
And so we'll see what happens here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. You got the Raiders here with a 11-3 lead. You have Gage Gadberry back on the rubber. And at the plate again here for Pendleton Heights is Arturo Casas. Okay, so it is Ricky Howe here at the plate. And that's going to land off of his wrist, to look like, or hand, one of the two. So he will be on down there at first. And so now it looks like they might be saying that that might be a foul ball. So if that is indeed the case, then it would be 2-1 here in just a moment. And that's the way it looks like. So 2-1 here on Howe.
Down 11-3, that probably would be letting the umpire have it.
Popped up there on the right side of the infield. Dudley under it and will drop the baseball. And so Howe will reach first. They're on the air. And so now that will bring to the plate the number 9 hitter, the center fielder, number 11, Mitchell Cobb. Cobb 0 for 1. Lined out there to the center fielder back in the second inning. So 1-0 the count here on Cobb. Again, you got the middle infielders there playing double play depth. Third baseman playing even there with the bag. You got the first baseman holding the runner on at first. And a jam shot there in the left center field. And that throw is going to be on in there to third. Probably should have threw that one into second, because then the trailing runner went ahead and went on in there to second base. And so just like that, Pendleton Heights with a couple runners in scoring position. And that looks like it potentially could be the end of the day here for Gadberry, and indeed it will be. So we'll just have a switch there between those two guys. It'll be Nolan Dudley now on the mound. And Gage Gadberry will now move over to first base. So we have a pitching change here for the Raiders. Again, 11-3 lead here for Wapahani. The Arabians are threatening here in the bottom of the 4th. A couple runners on at second and third. We'll be back with more here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, welcome back here to Raider Baseball here on the WHS Network. Again, following the pitching change, it is now Nolan Dudley on the mound here for Wapahani. Gage Gadberry moves over to first base. So again, just a basic switch right there, Dudley and Gadberry. As that's going to be in there for a ball 1-0 here on the leadoff man, the shortstop, Caleb Franks. Swung on and missed. And that will even the count up here at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-2 the count again here on Caleb Franks. Runners a second and third, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch here from Dudley swung on and missed. A big-time strikeout there of Caleb Franks. Second strikeout here of the evening, 0 for 3 there for the young man. And that will now bring up the left fielder, number 9, Ryan Graham. So Graham 1 for 2 here on that night. Grounded out to the third baseman back in the first inning and singled in the third. The pitch drops in there for a called strike. Nice look and kind of looked like a little bit of a slider potentially there by Dudley. The 0-1 offering will be just a bit high and outside. So an even count here, 1 ball, 1 strike, with 1 away here in the 4th. The pitch from Nolan will be a nub shot to the third baseman, Lash, unable to make the play. And so a well-placed hit right there by Ryan Graham. Ended up scoring Ricky Howe there on the play. So a run comes across to make this a 11-4 ball game.
Number 13, Cam Harris.
So again, Cobb moves up to third. Graham at first. A pickoff move back over there safely as Graham. Cam Harris now at the plate. Again, Harris so far is 1 for 2. Doubled and scored a run in the first. And then reached base on an error in the third, and then later on scored a run. So a couple runs scored there by Cam Harris on the day. So 1-0 is the count. Dudley with a pitch, high and away. So we'll see what Nolan can come up with right here. Need to find a strike. It's going to be popped up along the first base side, and that will get out of play. Again, there's the runner was going on the pitch. So 2-1 the count here on Harris. Again, we have Cobb at third, Graham at first. 1 away here in the inning. Of course, if you're Dudley right here, you'd love to roll up a twin killing right here and get out of this inning. And just on the inside part of the plate now, 3-1 is the count here on Harris. We got Mollenkopf to follow him, which he's been on base a couple times today in his 2 plate appearances. And that will miss off the outside part of the plate, and that will now load the bases. And not exactly who you want to see at the plate right now. Of course, they call him a cleanup hitter for a reason.
Pitch ready for your Arabians.
And so a courtesy runner now down there at first base will be number 12, Keegan McClure.
Now due up to bat for the Arabians.
So they got plenty of speed there on the bases right now.
Maverick Mollenko.
So if he hits this in the gap, you're more than likely going to be seeing bases clearing right here. Hopefully Dudley can come away with something here, as that will find the outside part of the plate there for a strike 0-1. So again, Cobb at third. Got Graham at second and Harris at first. Well, would have been Harris, but it's McClure. 0-2 here on Mollenkopf. And barely got a piece of that one as he fouls that one back there to the backstop. And so we'll redo it again here at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Dudley here with a pitch. Strike 3, pull the chainsaw. What a big out that is right there by Nolan Dudley. Strikes him out looking for out number 2 of the inning. And so now you got one more to get right here. And we'll have the right fielder, Hunter Eikenberry, now at the plate. As that will be a ball away, 1-0. So obviously nowhere to put these guys. Bases still are tanked with 2 out here in the inning. Dudley gets the signs and the pitch. Be a ground ball here to the first baseman. Gadberry collects, throws on to first, and that's going to end the inning. So way to slam the door shut there by Nolan Dudley. Comes in there in a little bit of a bind and gets his team out of the situation. 11-4 is your score here at the end of 4 as Pendleton Heights again comes up with a run. Gets 1 run here on 2 hits. Also 1 error. And 3 left on as we'll head to the top of the 5th. The Raiders lead at 11-4. We'll be back with more right after this message. All right, folks, welcome back here to Raider Baseball live here on the WHS Network. Again, as always, I'm Brandon Morvillius. Again, your play-by-play broadcaster here this evening. Alongside here with me, cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. And we hope everyone's enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Again, opening night of this 2021 baseball season with the Raiders on top here at 11-4 as we begin this 5th inning with the pitcher, number 16, Nolan Dudley. What a game he has had so far. And that's going to be a ground ball here to the shortstop. He'll collect, throw on to first, and that'll be the first down of the inning. So a 6-3 put out right there for out number 1. Will now bring to the plate the third baseman, number 18, Gavin Lash. Lash so far 1 for 2 here on the day. Had a walk and scored a run in the second. Struck out looking in the third. And then also had a bases clearing triple in the 4th that scored a couple of runs right there, 2 RBIs. So 1-1 the count here on Lash. Going to have center fielder Caleb Henderson waiting after him. The pitch here from Warark will be in there for a called strike now, 1-2. Just misses there on the inside part of the plate. And now an even count here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here on the Raider third baseman. He'll get his signs, the windup and the pitch. Good job of not chasing that one right there. Nice pitch right there from Warark. So runs the count to full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch, and that's going to be strike 3 called. Lash not exactly overly pleased with the call, but that's the way the umpire's seen it, so that's the way you got to deal with it.
Center fielder number
So second out now in the inning.
Henderson.
And that will now bring to the plate center fielder Caleb Henderson. Called the ball there on the first pitch. Henderson so far 0 for 3 here on the day. Now 2-0. Again, Caleb nearly did have a hit there in the second inning. Did reach base, but it was off of an error. And then flew out to the center fielder in the third. Pops it up in the infield. Or nearly behind home plate, and that's going to be out of play. So now 2-1 the count here on Caleb. But hit the ball pretty well. Doing some nice things. Made a really nice diving catch out in the center field earlier. Here's the 2-1. And that's going to be laced down the left field line. That's going to go all the way to the fence. Coming in there at 3:30. So Henderson with a 2-out double. Fine piece of hitting. And so now Blake Castor will stand in. Castor so far with a couple hits here on the night. Singled in the second and singled in the third as well. Struck out swinging back in the fourth. And looking to keep this train rolling here. Nearly hit him, but that pitch just a bit inside there from Roark. And that will now make it 1-0. Drops in there for a strike. Castor was looking for that one to sail over his head, but that pitch changed direction rather quickly. Going to even up the count here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch will be swung on and missed. Strike 2. Roark again will come to the set after getting the signs and fouled off to the right side. That will get out of play. And so we'll do it again here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here on Raider left fielder Blake Castor. So I believe now everybody here on the team has at least 1 hit here this evening. After that double there from Henderson just a moment ago. Pop up in the foul ground, and once again that will get out of play. So 1 and 2 here on Castor. Henderson with a nice lead out there at second. Here's the pitch, low and away. Nice eye right there from Blake. And so we got deuces here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. And the pitch will be swung on and missed. Strike 3 to end the inning. So the Raiders do get a base runner. They're off the 2-out double from Henderson. Nothing to show for here in the 5th. as the Raiders lead at 11-4. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Okay. Who's the new catcher? Okay. All right, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network. The Raiders, as you can see, they're on your line score. Right now, 11 runs here on 12 hits, 2 errors. Pendleton, 4 runs on 7 hits and 4 errors as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning here from Pendleton. Nice to be out here once again broadcasting some Raider baseball again here for opening night of this 2021 baseball season. Of course, it's always nice when the Raiders on the smiling side of the scoreboard here so far. But again, you still have a good ways to go here. You still got 9 outs to get. And these Arabians, I'm sure, will not go quietly.
2 up for your Arabians, your third baseman, number 2.
And so we'll lead off the inning here in just a moment. Again, you got Nolan Dudley back there on the mound again. But we'll lead the inning off here with McMillan, as that will be a ball inside there. Now 1-0 to begin it. Dudley here with a windup and a pitch. Ground ball here to the shortstop. Noble gets it, collects, throws on the first, and gets him by a half a step for the first out of the inning. So way to bust it down the line right there, but Noble doing his thing out there at shortstop. Clean hands, made a good throw, and gets the first out here in the inning.
Now for your Arabians, your first baseman, number 4.
So with 1 out, we have the first baseman, number 4, or 2, Cases back in here. Got a young man 0 for 2 here on the day so far. Couple strikeouts here. 1 ball, no strike. Here's a pitch. In there for a called strike. Now 1-1. Ground ball here to the shortstop. Noble gets over there. Will he make the play? He will not, as he's safe there at first. And so Cases will be down there after a 1-out single.
Number 24, Nathan Gilman.
So now number 24, Nate Gilman, will be at the plate. Throws behind the batter. And so now 2-0 the count here on Gilman. Dudley again gets the signs here from Wellman, the pitch. And that's going to be right down the right field line. Thompson will get over there to cut it off. So Casas will go from first to third on the play, as now the Arabians have him on the corners. Still with only one out here in the inning. And now the number 9 hitter in the order,
Number 11.
the center fielder, number 11, Mitchell Cobb, will now stand in. Cobb so far here on the day, 1 for 2, lined out to the center fielder back in the second inning and singled in the fourth. And so again, still a good, somewhat of a situation here for Wapahani. Get out of it here with a double play. You'd obviously not prefer to have any runners on base whatsoever, but obviously the situation has presented itself right now, and so we'll see if Dudley can get out of another bind again. Got out of a very big one in the last inning there in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, 0-1. So again, following Cobb, again, we'll be back to the top of the order here for Pendleton Heights. So a ball in. One ball, one strike. Dudley comes to the set. And the pitch. As the runner's going to be taken off for second, the throw is down to third. So he'll be back in there safely. So a stolen base. We'll now get things a little bit more interesting here, considering now you have two guys in scoring position. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count here on Cobb. Now make that 3-1. It's got to come out here. We got to throw some strikes. Make that 2-2 rather. We had the wrong count. And that one's going to be fouled off. So again, we'll redo it here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, runners at first and second, or second and third rather, for goodness sakes. Got a first baseman playing back here in the infield. It's going to be pop up here on the right side of the infield. Daxton Dudley gets over there and drops the ball. Got to throw the plate, and he'll be in there safely. And so some tough luck right there for Daxton, as the run does come home to score. That was Casas right there.
Arabian George shortstop, number 5, Caleb Franks.
And so now we'll have a little visit here to the mound. Head coach Brian Dudley will take his stroll on out there. We'll see what will come of this one here. Might just be a little check up from the neck up right here. Not only for the pitcher, but for everybody here. You got to make these outs. No doubt about that. It's unfortunate there for Dax. You hate that there for the young man. It happens, unfortunately, but you just got to move on from it. Put it in the past, and hopefully we can find a way to get an out right here. Again, still runners on the corners. It's now 11-5. Again, Gilmet moving up there to third. We got Cobb at first. Again, he got the top of the lineup up here with Caleb Franks. Dudley gets the signs and a pitch. And that was a nice, easy stolen base there for Cobb, as he was in there safely at second. And so we will do it again here. 1 ball, no strikes. Now runners at second and third. And that pitch will be low for a count of 2-0. Just got to look for that repetitious, the way the ball comes out of your hands, finding that slot and really attack the zone. And that's going to plunk him there on the back. And that will now load the bases here for the Arabians. So again, not quite the situation you want to be in here if you're Wapahani. Yeah, you do have a 6-run lead.
But
it'll be a whole lot easier if you can find a way to get out of this without any, at least, big time damage here. They've already had 1 run cross the plate. And that will be in there for a called strike, 0-1. Here on the left fielder, Ryan Graham. Ball low and away. Evens the count up here, 1 ball and 1 strike. Big pitch right here for Dudley, as that one's going to be a fly ball there in the center field. Henderson will get to it. The throw on the home, and it's going to be not in time. So a sacrifice fly does score a run, but the Raiders do get that all-important out. That's the main thing. So second out there in the inning. Again scores Gilmet.
Harris.
And that will now also have another hits Batman. This time it's going to be Cam Harris. And so now he's on down at first. The bases remain loaded, or now are loaded again.
Designated hitter wearing number 15.
And so now Mollenkopf will be back there in the batter's box. Yet again, not exactly who you want to see in this situation. As that pitch is going to be inside here for a ball, 1-0. You're on Mollenkopf again, struck out looking back in the 4th. But first 2 plate appearances, very productive. That's going to be by the first baseman in the right field. 1 run scores, now 2 run scores. And on his way to third right there was Franks. Franks on that one. So he scores. Harris now at third. Mollenkopf there at first after the 2 RBI double from Mollenkopf.
For the Arabians, your right fielder, number 34, Hunter Wright.
So the Arabians inch a little bit closer, now making this a 11-8 ball game. And a pitch right there, that's going to be a ball. So 1-0 to begin things here on Eikenberry. And runners on the corners, 2 away. Misses for a ball, now 2-0. So again, after being down 11-3, Pendleton Heights making things very interesting here. Now 3-0 the count here on Eikenberry. And a pitch. And that's going to be in there for a called strike now, 3-1. The 3-1 offering. will be in the dirt, and there's going to be another run scoring. That's Harris crossing the plate. As the woes continue here for the Raiders to now make this a 11-9 ball game. And we'll now have Coach Brian Dudley back out here, so we will have a pitching change here for your Raiders. Again, had a 11-3 lead as Arabians have scored 1 run there in the 4th and 5 more here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tough outing there here in the 5th inning there for Nolan. Hate to see it for the young man, but got to move on from it and hopefully get after it here in the field. He'll be now over at third base, as I believe it will be number 12, Gavin Noble, now on the mound here for the Raiders here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Raiders lead at 11-9. We'll be back right after this break. All right, folks, welcome back here again. First and second, 2 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, as that will be in there for a ball 1-0. New pitcher here for the Raiders will be none other than Gavin Noble on the mound here. Again, now switching over is, I believe that is Gavin Lash now at shortstop. Nolan Dudley now moved on to third. And a third down to third. He's going to keep it in front. And so just like that, the Arabians have got this to a much more friendlier situation again here. You have now runners at second and third. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes here on McMillan. The pitch right there, very close. Well, that will be ball 2. And that one's barely going to miss again. Now 3-2 full count here on Evan McMillan. Noble gets the signs here, and the payoff pitch popped up in the foul ground. Gadberry will get over there and make the catch for the 3rd and final out of the inning. But man, oh man, Pendleton Heights strikes for 5 of them here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Again, making this game a lot more interesting here. Was down 11-3. It's climbed right back in it to make this a 11-9 ball game here at the end of 5 innings. We'll step aside for a quick break, and we'll be back here with your top of the 6th inning here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
6th inning.
All right, folks, welcome back again live here on the WHS Network as we begin this top of the 6th inning. Again here from Pendleton Heights.
Number 3, the
And we want to thank you all for tuning in throughout the evening here. A little night baseball underneath the lights. And Landon Thompson will start off this 6th inning, and that will be a ball outside, 1-0. So obviously Wapahani's got to get it going again here. Just a tough stretch here the last inning or so. Had a nice sizable lead. You know, you still got a 2-run lead here, but you just got to get things back in your direction. And that's going to be a foul ball there from Landon Thompson. So that will now even the count up here at 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a high pop up there from Landon. So again, Roark here on the mound. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's going to skip up there to the plate now, 2-1. Again, just a reminder, folks, we'll be back at it again tomorrow afternoon, 12 o'clock start time at Muncie Central. As that pitch will be high now, 3-1. Again, that 12 o'clock start time there from Bearcat Field as your Wapahani Raiders taking on the Muncie Central Bearcats in what will now be our 2nd game of the season. And Landon Thompson drawing a leadoff walk to begin this 6th inning. Nice to see him have some success here. Already been on base a couple times here tonight.
Number 12, a shortstop. Gavin
And back to the top of the order here, the shortstop, or pardon me, the pitcher now, Gavin Noble. And that one will be just a bit inside. So 1-0 the count here on Gavin. Gavin so far here on the night, 1 for 3. Flew out to the center fielder in the first, and also struck out looking in the second. Singled and scored a run in the 4th, and then drew a walk also there in the 4th inning. So he was up there a couple different times. 1-1 your count. Again, Thompson over at first. Nobody out here to begin this 6th inning. And a pitch will be swung on and missed now, strike 2. So got to shorten up right here, got to protect the plate and put something in play. See if you can find some open real estate out there. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Kind of pulled off of that one just a little bit. And that will be the first out of the inning. So Noble will head back to the bench. And that will now bring up second baseman, number 10, Daxton Dudley.
Daxton Dudley.
Dudley here with a pair of hits on the day. Also a run scored. He's been on base 3 times overall. Reached on an error in the 4th inning as well. Was on base a couple times there in the 4th. It's going to have Thompson at first, 1 away, and the pitch will be a ball outside, 1-0. Roark here with a pitch, fouled off to the right side out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, be a ground ball here to the second baseman. Tosses on to second, now on to first, and that's going to be a double play. No, that will not be a double play. I guess they said that he beat it down there at first. It was kind of hard for me to tell with the net right there, but still nonetheless. A runner now at first, 2 away here in the inning.
The catcher, number 4, Luke Wilder.
So a 4-6 fielder's choice. Thompson out at second. And so now Daxton Dudley over at first base. Luke Willman now at the plate. And a nice game he's had here so far. So far 1 for 2. Couple of walks. Also had a 2-run homer back in the 4th inning. Rourke here with a 2-0 offering. That's going to be a ball high. And that runs the count here to 3-0. So again, you still have Dudley over there at first base, 2 away here in the inning. And this 11-9 ball game with the Raiders on top. And that will be on that will be a called strike there on the inside part of the plate. We've got Gage Gadberry following him. Gadberry so far on the night here a couple times on base. See if we can extend that to him, and that's going to be a ball low and away. And the Raiders now have a couple runners on here again here with 2 out. Gage Gadberry will now step up to the plate. Again, Gage so far here on the night. 1 hit, also a couple of walks. Been on base 3 of his 4 at-bats. Last time he struck out looking, but a couple runs scored in those plate appearances. Job well done here so far. Let's see if we can keep this inning rolling here for Wapahani, as that's going to be a ball now, 1-0. Through behind Gadberry right there. Now 2-0 the count. And again here, if the Raiders can just start to generate a little bit more momentum again here, the Arabians kind of took that away from them after a nice bottom half of the 5th inning. That got them right back into the thick of things. So let's see if Gadberry can come up big right here, extend the inning. Rourke will come to the set here. And the 2-0 pitch will be inside for ball 3. So that is 7 consecutive balls here from the pitcher. Now make that 8. And that will now load the bases after the walk there to Gage Gadberry. Daxton Dudley now moves up to third. Willman at second. Gadberry at first. And so now we'll have the pitcher, or actually the third baseman now, Nolan Dudley at the plate. Nolan had a big 3-run homering, towering shot there off the scoreboard earlier. And looked to have held up right there and does so now, 1-0. And a 1-0 pitch. That's going to be high. And inside now 2-0. Again, Gadberry on the day here with a couple of hits. Grounded out to the shortstop in the first. And again, that 3-run homer in the third. Singled in the fourth. And then scored a couple runs. A little floater right there to the shortstop to make the play. And that's going to end the inning. So the Raiders again threatened here. And the top half of the 6th, loading the bases. Nothing will come of it this time around. So the Raiders get no runs on no hits. Also 3 left as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning here from Pendleton. It's Wapahani 11, Pendleton Heights 9. We'll be back with more right after this message. Welcome back here to Raider Baseball here on the WHS Network. We welcome you back here with this bottom half of the 6th inning. And again, it's Wapahani 11, Pendleton Heights 9. As we open up here with first baseman Arturo Casas at the plate. So 0-1 is the count. Again, Gavin Noble on the mound here for your Raiders. And coming in relief last inning. Fires that one on in there. A ball on the outside part of the plate. Now 1-1. Here's the windup and a 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. And that's the biggest thing right there, folks. You got to attack the strike zone. Put it in a more favorable pitcher's count. To where you're not getting behind these hitters. I think that's happened one too many times throughout the game. And again, it's the first game of the season. It's chilly outside, no doubt about that. I'm not trying to necessarily make excuses, because you still got to make your pitches. But, these are high school kids that, they haven't been out there playing all that long, as far as practicing, especially pitchers. It's sometimes hard to get warm and get a grip on the baseball. And finding that release point sometimes can be a little bit of an adventure. But they've kind of found their way through it here throughout the course of the ball game. Got 5 more outs left to get here. But again, Pendleton Heights, they've stuck right in there. They've you found themselves down by 8 runs there throughout the first 4 innings of the game or so. And the way that they've continued to battle back really says a lot about the team. So this is going to be a fight here to the finish, and we'll see how things turn out here in the end. Here's the pitch from Noble. It's going to be a ball low and in. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Noble gets the signs and the pitch. Found back and out of play. And so the count will stay put at 1-2. The pitch here to Gilmet, and that is all she wrote right there. Strike 3 looking for the second out of the inning. And now at the plate will be the center fielder, number 11, Mitchell Cobb. Cobb so far here on the night, 1 for 3. Lined out to the center fielder back in the second inning, singled in a 4th. And then reached base on an error in the 5th inning, and later on stole a base and scored a run. Right back up the middle. Dudley will get there, tosses on the first, and out is the call. Nice play there by Daxton Dudley. And a nice stretch there from Gage Gadberry there on the other end. So a nice, easy 1-2-3 inning there for Gavin Noble, as the Arabians get no runs here on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We'll head to the top of the 7th. Raiders lead at 11-9. We'll be back with more right after this message. All right, welcome back here, folks, again, as we head now to the top of the 7th inning. Again, so very appreciative of everyone for joining us throughout the evening here. Like I said, a very special night here for us hopefully it's been a good broadcast. I know it has maybe not been great, I guess, at least on our side. We're just trying to get into the thick of things here on the broadcast. These guys have performed well, and hopefully we can keep it going here. But like I said, I know it's going to take a little bit of time, I know, for myself and Redbeard to get back in the thick of things here as far as in broadcasting mode. It's been about 3 weeks since we last broadcasted a game, but like I said, it's been nearly 2 years since we last broadcasted a baseball game. So what a nice evening to be able to broadcast some Raider baseball under the lights here from Pendleton. As we'll get back at it here in the top of the 7th inning, we'll start off here with the shortstop, number 18, Gavin Lash. So 0-1 the count here on Gavin. Again, Lash so far here on the night is currently 1 for 3. Also a walk and a triple. Nice play there by the second baseman. Falling down and all right there, is able to make the play and gets the out there at first base. Nice hustle from Lash. So unfortunately nothing will come of it there. So a 4-3 put out from route number 1 of the inning. And now the 7-hole hitter, the center fielder, number 7, Caleb Henderson. Shows bunt, brings it back, and that's going to be a ball low and away, 1-0. Following Henderson will be Castor. Again, we had the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up here to begin this 7th inning. Here's a windup and a pitch. Fouled back, out of play. Really good pitch to go on there. It's good hitter's count. They're at 2-0. Took a pretty good hack at it. Just couldn't square it up quite exactly, as that one's going to be a ground ball here to the third baseman. Throws on to first. Low throw. That's going to get by the first baseman. Henderson will take off for second rather easily in there at second base. So an error on the throw there by the third baseman allows Henderson to reach second.
For the Raiders, the left fielder, number
And now the left fielder, number 20, Blake Castor, at the plate. Again, the Raiders, you got to look to play a little add-on here. No lead, I guess, is necessarily comfortable, especially in these circumstances when you're only up by 2 runs. You've got to play a little add-on right here and give yourself a little bit more breathing room, because as we have been very, very aware of things, how the Arabians can score runs at will throughout the night, a couple different periods of time. And so time is called, and now it's going to be an intentional walk here of Blake Castor, which now will put the give the Pendleton Heights Arabians the opportunity to roll up a double play right here.
Right fielder, number 3, Landon.
So really not bad thinking right there on the Arabians. Give them an opportunity, roll up a double play. We'll see what happens here as Landon Thompson again here at the plate. 0-1 the count. Again, been on base a couple times, doubled in the 4th, and walked in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, now 0-2. So got to protect right here, shorten up the swing. Stay quick to the baseball, and hopefully good things will happen. Again, Henderson at second, Castor at first. 1 out here in the inning. So time called there by Thompson, so he'll step back in there. Roark will get his signs here from his catcher. And a pitch. Little bloop shot there into the infield. The shortstop there to make the catch. And that will be the second out of the inning. So back to the top of the order is where you got to do your damage right here, folks. Gavin Noble here at the plate.
Gavin Noble.
Currently 1 for 4 here on the night. Again, flew out to the center fielder all the way back in the first inning. Struck out looking in the second, then singled and scored a run in the fourth. Drew a walk in the fifth, and then struck out in the sixth. So looking to come up with a big hit right here, or just a big at bat, just find a way to get on base. Fly ball into center field. Center fielder's under it and will make the catch for the third and final out of the inning. So the Raiders threatened there with a couple runners on base and only one out here in the inning, but nothing to show for. Here as they get no runs here on no hits, also an error, and 2 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Raiders lead at 11-9. We'll be back with more here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Welcome back here, folks. Again, now as we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning, I'd like to recognize some more of our sponsors here this evening. A big thanks to East Jackson Auto Sales, located at 3100 East Jackson Street in Muncie, Indiana. Owner Alan Clark and his family-ran dealership has been going strong since 1977 and is known for their honesty and quality pre-owned vehicles that will leave you driving home with a smile on your face and a nice vehicle that you can rely on. For more information, check them out on Facebook, and you can contact them at 765-284-3472. So the bottom half of the 7th, here we are, and we'll lead it off here with the very top of the order here for the Arabians. And that is shortstop number 5, Caleb Franks. So 1, 2, 3 here in the lineup. Noble on the mound, looking to close it out here for Wapahani, as that's going to be a ball high, 1-0. Swung on and missed. Evens things up here at 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung right through that one for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here on the leadoff man, Caleb Franks. The windup, here's the 1-2 offering. Strike 3, pull the chainsaw, he gone. So that will be out number 1 of the inning. And that will now bring to the plate the left fielder, number 9, Ryan Graham.
Now up here, Arabians, your left fielder, number 9, Ryan Graham.
So Graham, with a couple of hits here on the day. Singled in the third and also singled in the fourth, a stolen base, and he flew out to the center fielder in the 5th. So Noble fires to the plate. Swung again right through that one right there was Graham, 0-1 to start things off. And again, the one thing I really like what Gavin has done so far is continue to attack the strike zone. Getting those first pitch strikes. And that is no play right there as Graham showcasing the wheels once again. Gets down the line, picks him up, and puts him down, as that will be a bunt single. So he will be on down there at first base with a 1-out hit.
Number 13.
And so now number 13, Cam Harris. So the Raiders in double play depth here with Dudley and Lash. Right up the middle. Out there to left center field. Goes up against the wall. Castro will get it back in. And so now the Arabians have him at second and third. And only 1 out here in the inning. Nice piece of hitting there by Cam Harris, as that one went all the way to the wall.
Arabian fans, get on your feet. As
So back-to-back hits. Graham at third, Harris now at second, and Mollenkopf now at the plate. Couple hits here on today. Also a run scored and a walk. So 1-0 the count. You want to talk about a pressurized situation now. This is definitely that one more time. You know, we've seen it throughout the ball game here, really for both sides. You know, we've obviously scored our fair share of runs, especially there with that big fourth inning, scoring 7. But Pendleton Heights answered right back there in the 5th, put a 5 spot up on the board. It's just been a battle all night long here. Even count here, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here on the designated hitter, Mollenkopf. Noble will come to the set. And the 1-1 just misses there for a ball low. So 2-1 the count. Again, runners at second and third, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. So misses to the outside there with that one. 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, taking a long look in there, gets what he likes. And the 3-1 pitch will be laced there in the center field. Henderson's going to come up throwing. And that's going to be cut off there by the first baseman, Gadberry. And so, again, 1 run scores, making this a 11-10 ball game. That's now the 3rd hit of the inning. After that RBI single there from Mollenkopf. So Graham scored on the play. Harris now moves up to 3rd. Mollenkopf will get pinch ran for there by Keegan McClure. So the winning run on first base, tying run over at 3rd. You got Eichenberry at the plate. The Raiders still can roll up a twin killing right here and win this thing. As a double play still in order. Noble will come to the set here, and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Big time swing right there by Eichenberry. And so a throw down there to second, now on the first, got him in a rundown. Got to be aware of the situation. And he's out at second and safe at home. So the Arabians will steal a run right there. So again, the out was made. Again, caught stealing there was McClure. But that ties things up here now at 11. Again, now 2 out here in the inning. Not exactly ideal right there by the Raiders in that rundown. Again, you got to be aware, not only that, but you've got to shorten the gap to where you're not making so many throws. That could have easily been handled within 2 or 3 throws right there. Raiders definitely made that a lot harder on themselves than what it needed to be. But nonetheless, it is what it is. And he will get Eikenberry swinging right there to end the inning. But Pendleton Heights scores 2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We're heading to extras here on the WHS Network, tied at 11. We'll step aside here for a break, and we'll be back here with the top of the 8th inning here on the WHS Network. All righty, folks, welcome back here live on the WHS Network as we're now in extra innings here in the top of the 8th inning. And we're going to lead things off here with Isaac Andrews at the plate. And that's going to be in there for a called strike, 0-1. So this will be the first plate appearance of the young career here of Isaac Andrews. Ground ball here to the third baseman. Throws on to first. That's going to be off the glove there to first baseman. Isaac Andrews turns, heads to second, and he's going to be in there safely. So after the miscue there by the first baseman, looked like, it was a pretty well-thrown ball. It just simply went off the glove there to the first baseman.
For the Raiders,
so tough break there for the Arabians, but a great thing here for Wapahani. Willman now to plate. Looking to see if we can cash in right here. And now Andrews able to take off for third after the tie-up there between the pitcher and the catcher. And so again, Willman here at the plate. Runner at third, nobody out. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball there in the left field. Misplay, and that's going to get by the left fielder. Andrews will score. Willman on his way to second. He's going to motor now to third, and a good throw is going to nab him. But the run does score there for Wapahani on a RBI double by Willman. So again, Andrews scored. So Wapahani now with a 12-11 lead. Gage Gadberry now back at the plate here for the Raiders. As that's going to be a called strike there on the inside part of the plate, 0-1. So again, you put the ball in play, you never know what can happen. Andrews did that, as that's going to be a deep fly ball right center field by Gadberry, and that is off the base of the wall. So he will be in there second base with a one-out double. Fine piece of hitting there from Gadberry. So now Nolan Dudley will step up here to the plate. And, that was short-lived because they will intentionally walk him. So he will take a stroll on down to first. So again, still have Gadberry at second, Dudley at first, and Gavin Lash at the plate.
Gavin Lash.
Roark there again glances over there at first. And the pitch to Lash. Will be a ball inside, 1-0. Again, Lash here on the day. Been on base a couple times, drew a walk and scored a run in the second, then had a 2 RBI triple in the fourth. And then also struck out looking and grounded out back there in the seventh inning. So 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch to Lash. And a ball in, now 3-0. So Roark now in a definite bind. You got a couple runners on base, 3-0 the count. You have one out here in the inning. See if he can make a pitch here, and does so. And a low strike right there, but a strike nonetheless. Gadberry there with a decent lead out at second. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be ball 4. So Lash now will be on down at first, and that's going to load the bases for center fielder Caleb Henderson.
Do it for the Raiders. Number 6,
Henderson
center fielder.
had a double earlier there in the fifth inning. Again, Gadberry moved up to third, Dudley at second, and Lash down at first. And so now time is called as the Arabians will now bring in the infield, play on the edge of the grass. Again, the corner infielders playing a little bit further in. Cut down the runner at the plate. Here's the pitch. And that's on the inside part of the plate for a ball, 1-0. And again, Henderson, love to see him come up with a big hit right here, or just a productive at bat. Nonetheless, try to get a run in, because obviously no lead is safe. We've seen that time and again, as that ball will be fouled off to even the count up here at 1-1. So when given the opportunity, got to take advantage. Roark gets the signs. Here's the pitch. And that's a bit high and inside. Now 2-1 here on Henderson. Again, following him, we'll have Blake Castor. We'll see if we get further than that potentially. Here's the pitch. Little nub shot. And that's going to fall in there to center field. The disadvantages of playing the infield in. As a run will score, that's going to be an RBI single right there for Caleb Henderson. That is big time right there, and the bases will stay loaded. Still with only one out here in the inning. Nice piece of hitting to really fight off that pitch and to find some open real estate out there. So Gadberry scores on the plate. Also, Dudley moves up to third. Lash now to second, and again, as I just said, Henderson on down there at first, with the left fielder, Blake Castor, at the plate. And that's going to be a ball away, 1-0. Castor so far here on the night, a couple of hits. His first 2 plate appearances, he had singles, then struck out there in the fourth, a couple times actually, or actually once in the fourth and once in the fifth, and then drew a walk in the seventh. So overall, pretty nice evening here for the young man, and let's see if he can come up in another big moment right here Again, with the bases loaded, again, the Arabians still playing the infield in. And once again, time's going to be called. So again, still the count 1-0. Dudley there with pretty decent speed down there at third base. Lash and Henderson both can run rather well. They can definitely pick him up and put him down. So 1 ball, 1 strike here on Castor. Roark gets his signs here and rifles it home. And that's going to be over the head there of Castor to now make it a count of 2-1. Again, he'll get what he likes right here, 2-1 pitch. And so another situation here for Roark here. You got nowhere to put him. Castor will take anything he can get right here. Base hit, walk, hit by pitch. It doesn't make a difference as long as you can score another run here. And a 3-1 offering will be ball 4. That's going to get by the catcher. That's going to plate another run as Dudley comes home to score. And once again, that will reload the bases. It's about the easiest way you're ever going to get an RBI right there, folks.
The right fielder, number 3.
As Castor will pick up another one. Had one back there in the second inning. Had an RBI single that scored Gavin Lash. So Lash now moves up to third. Henderson at second. And Castor down at first. Landon Thompson now at the plate, the right fielder here for your Raiders. And that's going to be in the dirt. Nice job of smothering it right there by Gilmet. So 1 ball, no strikes. Thompson back into the batter's box. Roark again taking a long look in there. Takes a glance over at first. Comes to the set, and here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed for a strike. Now to even the count up here at a ball and a strike. Again, as I've alluded to a couple different times throughout the night, the Raiders will be back at it again tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock. As they will be traveling to Muncie Central for a big match up there with the Bearcats. So Thompson, again, got to have good pitch selection right there. You know, you have an even count, no reason to expand that strike zone. Chased a couple pitches right there, just got to lay off of those. Seen him have a double earlier back in the 4th inning. And again, went outside the strike zone, and that's going to be strike 3, swinging right there for the second out of the inning. Good thing here for the Raiders. They will head back to the top of the order. So Gavin Noble will now step in.
Raiders go now up. Number 12, Gavin Noble.
Noble so far 1 for 5 on the day. Had a single in the 4th. Scored a run down the right field line, foul. Tell you what, unfortunately couldn't straighten that one back out. Of course, you know, you do have a right fielder over there that does have some wheels. They're playing for Pendleton Heights, but definitely would have at least scored 2, possibly even 3, because Castor can run there as well. So 0-1 the count. Roark gets the signs. We'll come to the set here, and the 0-1 will be a ball outside to even it up here at 1-1. Again, Andrews waiting on deck. Again, he's the one that started all this to lead off this 8th inning. Reached on an error by the first baseman. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. And so now Gavin in the hole at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got to protect. Get anything close. Time to put the bat on the baseball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to get by the catcher. And he is going to be safe at the plate. And rather, they're going to call the batter out, saying that he did go around on a swing.
No.
And so, unfortunately, there for the Raiders, unable to tack on any more runs right there. But still, you scored 3 runs, gave you a little bit more, not only a lead, but put a little bit more distance between you and Pendleton Heights here as we head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. The Raiders lead at 14-11. We'll be back with more here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
You know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All right, folks, welcome back here again live on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. Again with the Raiders on top of the
Your second baseman.
Arabians here 14-11. Here as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, playing a little extras underneath the lights here tonight. Nothing like playing underneath the lights, and not only that for a opening night ball game such as this. Like I said, it's been a really nice evening for some baseball. Aside from the cold weather, of course, but given where we live, that kind of goes with the territory. And that's going to be a little bloop shot there in the center field, and so a leadoff single here for Evan McMillan to get the bottom of the 8th rolling here for the Arabians.
2 up for your Arabians, your first baseman, number 4.
And so now we'll have the first baseman, number 4, Arturo Casios. Getting a young man here, a hit here on the day, struck out 3 times so far. So 1-0 the count. Noble just trying to slam the door shut here on this ball game tonight. It's been a wild one, that's for sure. You got a 14-11 ball game. That says enough right there within itself. All the hits and then the errors as well from both teams. Definitely been a very intriguing ball game here tonight nonetheless. Taking off right there down to second, and he's going to be in there safely as the ball got past the shortstop Lash. So McMillan now out there at second base after the stolen base. 2-0 the count. And that one's going to be fouled off now, 2-1. You can also make sure to join us on Monday night. Again, the Raider baseball team will be in action at home against Greenfield Central. As that's going to be a ball high now, 3-1. Also, we'll be over at the softball field with some Wapahani Raider softball on Monday evening, as they will begin their season with a home opener against the Northeastern Knights. Again, that will be a start time of 5 p.m. coming up on Monday night from Raider Field. We hope you all can join us there for that one. So full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Noble will come to the set and the payoff pitch gets him swinging for out number 1 of the inning. A very big out there for Noble. And that will now bring to the plate the catcher, number 24, Nate Gilmet. And that's going to get by the catcher, Willman, off the glove, as now McMahon will be in over there at third base after the wild pitch. So 1-0 the count. Man at third. Again, still a 3-run lead here for Wapahani. 14-11 here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch from Noble. And that's going to be fouled off back there behind a backstop. So an even count here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 1 out and 1 on. Little half swing right there. Check swing, if you will, there by Gilmet. So more of a pitcher-friendly count right here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Noble will get a signs here from Willman. The wind-up, here's the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be in the dirt to even things up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once more. Gets him swinging right there. Gilmet will go down swinging for the second out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts here from Noble. And now to the number 9 hitter in the order. That is the center fielder, number 11, Mitchell Cobb. Again, Cobb has been on base a couple times, singled in the 4th, also reached base on an error in the 5th inning, and then stole a base and scored a run. Also grounded out to the second baseman his last time up in the 6th. As that is in there for a strike. So again, the Arabians down to their final out. Noble here with a 0-1 offering. Ground ball here to the shortstop. Lash collects, throws on the first, and the Raiders will win it here tonight. And a wild one. Their final score here this evening, Wapahani 14, Pendleton Heights 11. A little 6-3 put out right there to end it. And a great way to close out the night right here from Pendleton Heights. And like I said, what was a wild one here this evening. Again, we'll go through the line score and much, much more here on our Raiders Live post-game show. So please join us there for that one. So until then, folks, 14-11 final score here tonight. We'll be back with more here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Alrighty, folks, welcome back here to our Raiders Live post-game show. Again, final score here this evening, your Wapahani Raiders defeat the Pendleton Heights Arabians in the opening night of the 2021 season, 14-11. Again, final line score here, Wapahani 14 runs on 14 hits, also 3 errors. Pendleton Heights 11 runs on 14 hits and 5 errors. Again, your winning pitcher here tonight is Gavin Noble here for your Wapahani Raiders. Again, it's just kind of a tough night all around here for the Raiders and the Arabians. Obviously, a lot of runs scored. You scored 25 runs between the two. That is a lot, obviously. And, like I said, it was just a wild game. Wapahani had an 11-3 lead. They got down 1-0 early, then was able to tie it up, then went ahead 4-1 on that 3-run homer from Nolan Dudley, and that was there in the 3rd inning. And then in the 4th, the Raiders went off there in the 4th inning, ended up scoring 7 runs. And, it just kind of looked like, hey, we're going to be trending in the right direction here. You had an 11-3 lead, and Pendleton Heights just, slowly but surely got it going. Had a run, I believe, there in the 4th inning. And then was able to get 5 of them there in the 5th, and then was able to tie it up there in the bottom of the 7th inning to get this game into extra innings. And then the Raiders were able to execute on a great opportunity there in the top of the 8th inning to put 3 runs up and across the plate to give them that 14-11 lead, and then eventually come up with that 3-run victory here tonight. So what a way to start the season. Got a big win here tonight against a very nice opponent here in the Pendleton Heights Arabians. Again, we want to wish those guys the best of luck throughout the season here. But again, kind of, short turnaround here for Wapahani, as, again, they'll be back at it tomorrow afternoon, a 12 p.m. start time there from Bearcat Field as they take on the Muncie Central Bearcats, again at 12 o'clock noon. So please join us there for that one. We fully intend on broadcasting that one live here on the WHS network. Again, if anything changes, then we'll make sure and post that on our Twitter and Facebook pages in the morning. So again, we want to thank everyone for tuning in throughout the night. Like I said, it's been nearly 2 years since we've last broadcasted a game. This has been probably the first, or at least very few times, where we've actually got to broadcast a game. We want to say thank you to some people that allowed that to happen here this evening and throughout the course of the season. You know who you are. So I very, very much appreciate that on behalf of myself and Redbeard. But just a fantastic evening here. Like I said, it was nice and beautiful out here. Sunshine skies. Obviously, yeah, it's cold, but we live in Indiana. It's the early part of April. Nothing is surprising. But looking to be a little bit warmer there tomorrow. But like I said, it was just a great night to be back out to the field again and watch some Wapahani Raider baseball. And hopefully the broadcast went well. Hopefully you guys all liked it. Like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. I know the camera view wasn't exactly ideal with the netting and everything, but we very much appreciate Pendleton Heights for allowing us to be here tonight to broadcast for all of you out there in Raider Nation. So again, thanks for watching. Again, we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Your Raiders now 1-0 on the season with this 14-11 win over the Pendleton Heights Arabians. So until tomorrow, folks, I'm Brandon Morvillius, alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McQuaid. Again, thanking all of you for watching, and good night from Bill Stout Field.